What's up, guys? My name is Jake. Welcome to a commentary to my Pahokee, the worst town in Florida video. This video got a lot of controversy, and I wanted to discuss that, as well as give some bonus footage at the end. A lot of people were asking me, who was threatening you, who was following you? We do have, like, some footage of that or I took it on my phone. It didn't really fit in the video itself, so I'll just put it at the end of this video. So stay tuned to the end of this, or you can just skip to the end. You know, you do you. A lot of people were... Let me address some of the criticism. A lot of people were saying, this is not the worst town in Florida. I don't know what accent that was. Listen, from what I've seen, we did the worst places. So what Dan and I would do is go to cities across Florida and actively seek out the worst places there. And, I mean, Pahokee was voted the worst town in Florida on multiple different websites, and when we got there, it's just like, you can't disagree with it. This video was made within 10 hours, so I think a lot of people were expecting like this grand documentary that I was trying to produce. Like, people wanted more information, and I just didn't have the time, honestly. This video was supposed to just bridge the gap between the last video, which was a long time ago in October, to the new video, Abandoned, that's going to come out soon. And that's, I mean, it was just a cool place for me to go. By the way, that noise in the background is my dishwasher, I do apologize. This was just a cool place to go and see. The visuals were, to me, I mean, staggering. This place is awful. I mean, it really is. Like, everything is abandoned. These storefronts right here, they're just wide open. Like, what? It's a creepy, it's just a depressing, creepy place, honestly. And yeah, I mean, the grocery store there was filthy. I mean, the place was unbelievable. Really, it is the worst place I have ever been, besides some parts of Detroit. I mean, so inside this store too. See that, like, it looks like a lightning bolt on the side of the wall. I'll get a shot of it in a sec here, but like, there's a bunch of light passing through through the concrete. It's just a gigantic crack in the cinder blocks, and it's like the whole structure is like falling back. It like, the place is very unsafe, I'm sure, and that's probably why it closed. Dan was saying this was a bar. It said clothing store on the sign. I'm not really sure. But yeah, God, this place was just... the town was just so depressed. I've read, like, different articles claiming the median household income and the what do you call it, the unemployment rate, and it was like high as 34%, which is fucking crazy. This place, it was just awful. And yeah, and there wasn't too much in the town to begin with. Like, I'm not going to show houses, because that probably extends a little too far over my border of what I want to show and what I don't. So we just tried to stay on to, like, public roads and public buildings and all that. But this hospital, I know the proper people did this at some point, which I didn't actually know until we went there. I was like, oh, I recognize this from the proper people's video. But this hospital has been abandoned since like 1998, I think. And it really does show. This place has been completely stripped. And like, the whole time we were in there, I was like, how the fuck are kids going into this place? Like, who's going into this place to tag it? It's like, what the hell, man? What the hell? There was hornets and bees everywhere. It was just awful. Ever since Dan started telling me about his bee attack from that one video he did, I've been just, like, mortified. I'm finding hornets and wasps and everything. It's not fun. I would imagine so, anyway. And bees were plentiful in this. Insects were plentiful in this building, I should say. Yeah, it's just awful. Lots of people were like, the comments are fucking driving me insane on this video too. They really are. People took this video way too... I mean, I guess it's supposed to be taken seriously, but people are, like, overanalyzing it, and, like, God. People are like, oh, you purposely showed that voice crack. People, you purposely showed that Black Lives Matter thing. I was like, I swear to God, I still don't know what they're talking about. I haven't watched the video all the way through to like particularly analyze where this Black Lives Matter thing is. So maybe as we watch it together, I'll find it. But yeah, that was not intentional. For those of you who are like on the edge of their seat wondering if it was, it's just a lot of like, God, the comments on this video are driving me insane. Oh, there it is. Black Lives Matter. Oh, that's what everyone's getting so upset about, huh? All right, cool. Lots of racism on this video, too. Lots of people racist. People... This just sucks. Fucking... God damn. This video really pissed me off. I wish it didn't get as many views as it did, because it got such a negative and, like, toxic crowd to comment on it, and it was sucked. Anyway. Look at these cobwebs. This was the first video I shot with the Sony A7S, too. So I think the shots are in this... video, especially the opening ones, are just so good. Some of the look at that not chameleon, look at that lizard. Some of the shots were done by me, and some of the shots were done by Dan. We collaborated on this project, so he filmed some, I filmed some, and being the shorts. I really didn't. We were not expecting to go into this place. We just happened to come across it. So you know. We would have been wearing some better protective gear. We did have respirators on. That was definitely important. Because you don't want to go in this place without a respirator. I wouldn't want to go in this place at all. Going in this place was just awful. My God. It wasn't as bad as the Detroit hospital, but this one was up there. It was up there. Yeah, this kitchen... I believe it was for employees only, I think. That sign was saying it's for employees only. But, sorry, I need to drink water. I'm not good at commentaries, I don't know if you know. I do like the creepy music with this shot. And going into the freezers. It was a spooky experience. Yeah. And I mean, the hospital was awful. This whole town, though, it's... When you're in the town and driving around... Look at that shot, too. I love that. It's like... Every place on the road is either very run down or abandoned. But there are some nice... when we were driving through the town, there were some nice houses on the side of the road. And it's like... so there's some nice houses. They're probably only worth about 90 grand, but as you drive deeper into the town, especially in the town center, it's like a whole different. It looks like Cuba there. It looks like a third world country. I mean, it really does, and it's just. I mean, it's a sad sight to see, and yeah, it also. I do acknowledge that there are some of the damage has been done by Hurricane Irma, but from what I've seen pictures and what I did before we even went to Florida was, because I knew I wanted to go here at some point during our Florida trip. So when I was back here in Mississauga, I was looking through Google Street View, and if you do the same thing, if you look on Google Street View on like the downtown Pahokee, you'll realize that the town doesn't look very different than what it does like in 2016. So the people who are saying it just looks that bad because of Hurricane Irma, it's probably maybe a little bit, but not a lot. I like the people tagging this place really confused me. It's like, what's the point? Also, I didn't realize... See, this video was done very quickly, and I wish I would have probably blurred out a little bit of the Instagram tags and all that in the building. Oh God, this was fucking terrifying. Every time I look at this, it like gives me chills. This like pear-looking a pair of bees. It was actually hornets, I think Dan was saying. I still don't know what they are specifically, but they are. Can you imagine? It's like, can you imagine like going up to that and like taking your hand and just grabbing the whole nest? Oh God, it would be so awful. Oh my God, that's literally what nightmares were made of. Christ, you would have to pay me like $70,000 to do that. That's, oh God, that's awful. That's terrifying. Dan was shot this. I don't know where the hell he was. Dan went upstairs before me, so we were like split up for about 25 minutes. So he was doing his own thing. Where he was looks fucking terrifying. As soon as we got to the second floor, we started to realize that there were hornets' nests everywhere. Like they were on the ceiling. Every room that had a open window, like this, even though I wasn't looking at the ceiling, there was probably hornets' nests in the in the ceiling. And especially when I go outside in a few seconds here, I'm like carefully moving my camera outside, and as I look above my head, you'll see in a few seconds. This probably was like some reception area, probably some inpatient rooms or something. It's so stripped, it's really hard to see. I don't even know if that's a door or not, or if it's just whatever. Anyway, so I'm holding the camera, and then I'm looking up on the crevice, on the crease on top, like right above my head, and there's like, I'm not even kidding, there's like 15 hornets' nests like lining right above the windowsills, like right where I walked out of too. And I saw them. I was like, no. I was like running back into the thing, and Dan's standing there like, what the fuck is going on, Jake? I was like, oh no. It was so awful. I think you can really see them too in the. Is it this shot coming up? Is it? I don't know. I guess we'll find it. I really don't know this video too well, do I? This was done in a day, so I haven't analyzed the video. Yeah, so like you can see in the background there, you can see the windowsills, and you can see like the hornets' nests. Ugh, it's just so awful. I do love this shot too. That palm tree. It looks like a depressing Florida postcard or something. Like that one palm tree spurting out on top of everything. Yeah, so I mean, like, we didn't want to go down these wings because as soon as you walked into the rooms, you can hear like the hornets buzzing around, or not the hornets. They could have been hornets, but the wasps like buzzing around, and it was just, it wasn't great. So we're wrapping up the video now. Well, we're getting close. So I guess I should give a little context to the my voice crack. I'm like turning 11 or 14. When's puberty for children? I don't know. Anyway, I'll give you some context behind the final the clip that I'll add at the end here. So we were downtown shooting it would have been probably the first or the second or third shot. Yeah, the second or fourth shot in this video. We were in the downtown area. We weren't there for very long because of this reason. And this elderly man like emerges out of the desolate abandoned building right across the street, and he starts yelling at us, he's like, "Hey, you guys, what you taking pictures of?" And he threatened us. He's like, "I'm gonna get a hatchet," or he's like, "How would you like a hatchet through your head?" or something like that. It's something that involved a hatchet and through our head or something like that. I like this simplistic BrightSunFilms logo. It's so good. Yeah, so I'll play that clip. You can't hear him say the hatchet thing, but you can hear him like just yelling at us generically in the background. So I'll go ahead and play that right now. And that'll wrap up the video. So thank you guys for watching this commentary. If you like the commentary and if you want more on different videos, let me know which commentaries you would like me to do on which video and everything. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy the final clip.
Y'all take out a twin fish. Look.
This is like out of a nightmare.
Oh my God.